Hello, folks. Welcome in. Kitty, hope we're doing good. You just give me one. Seriously, I can't hear myself. I feel like, hang on. Are they just like that? Are they just like that? Sophie, that message has just been held for misogyny, by the way. It's got a good point. I really can't hear myself. Just give me 1 second, folks. Here's the great thing. I'm wearing some new headphones, folks. Here's the great thing about these is that there's an app where you can muck about with all the settings on them. But it's only on just not a PC app for it, so you've got to connect it to your phone to change the settings. Which is a little bit annoying. Happy birthday to you, by the way, Sophie. I do hope you've had a good day and are going to have a good night. I heard on the grapevine that you were going to go get pissed. I think you said that, didn't you? Let's put some music on, shall we? Because I was going to do that and then I forgot. So sorry about that. Let's get in the game as well. I genuinely can't hear myself properly. It's really thrown me off. It's been moved to tomorrow, so I can have an extended Sophie day as deserved. Oh, lovely stuff. Okay, well I can't change the setting for that because I'm on my PC right now, which is a little bit annoying, but it is what it is. How are the levels, folks? Are they good? I just seriously, it's gonna sound really fucking weird today because I actually can't hear myself talk. I can hear myself, but only in the sense that I can hear, like... Do you know when you can hear yourself, but you can hear it from inside yourself? It's like that, Sophie. It's like that. I can't hear myself on the outside. I can't hear myself clicking at all, really. It's a bit of a weird one. So they have a thing called active noise cancelling, which is basically a little mic inside the headphones that picks up sound that it hears from the outside and then basically replicates it. So it, like, you can't hear it because it cancels itself out. And I thought I'd turned it off, and I had turned it off, but apparently now that I've plugged them back in, it turned back on again. I can hear my conscience cricket, yeah, I can. Hello, Chappers, welcome in. And hello to Tall Nerd TV as well, welcome in. How's it going, folks? Are we all doing good? I might just have to get used to this. This is not sustainable. The Sennheiser Momentum 4s, Chappers. Sennheiser Momentum 4s. They're a bit fucking high tech. It's taken a while for me to get used to them. I still haven't got used to them because if I have them wireless, they're actually wired at the moment. I've got it wired into my microphone. Because if I have them, first of all, this cable is too short, so to plug it into my PC from where I am. But if I have them wireless, there's too much latency when I'm playing the game because I'm routing everything through Wavelink. The whole server just crashed. That's good. We'll just give it a minute and we'll hop back in then. It's happy bloody oh, for fuck's sake, you're gonna get a lot of that tonight. I'm not gonna be on for that long, folks. Maybe about an hour and a half, something like that. I genuinely can't talk. I will allow this. There you go. Just because it's your birthday, Sophie. Hello, Leopard. Welcome into you. How's it going? It's really weird. So there's a button where you can tap it and it fixes that, so you can actually hear yourself. You give me 1 minute. I'm going to unplug it out of this. I'll still chat with you. Hopefully it won't break everything. There we go. Right, I can't hear anything now. Although they're just like that. Maybe they are just like this. What I need to do then is connect them to my phone. Once in, if you just joined us, folks, there is an app for this phone where you can muck about with the settings. However, it's only on my phone. There's no PC version of it, so I have to connect things to my phone to change the settings for it, which is quite ridiculous, actually. If you think about it, it is quite ludicrous. They're not broken. They're not broken. They're just taking a bit of getting used to. They're a bit fucking high. I generally don't like wireless stuff. I'm a bit against wireless stuff, generally speaking. Not a fan. But my new phone has sort of dictated that I need to upgrade because I couldn't connect. Why can't you? Is it because I've still got this plugged into that? Oh, there, that is why. Okay, well that's good. So I can actually plug that back into there. What a palaver. I don't think we get anything done today, folks. What headphones have you got, TN? See, there's an app for them. And you've got noise control. Control the ambient sound. So I can hear myself now really well, but what it's doing is the mics inside the headphones are just picking up my voice and relaying it to me. So it still sounds a bit weird, but I can actually hear myself now. Whereas that's if I've got 100% transparency. On the other way I can do it is go 100% noise control. If I do that, I genuinely can't. It sounds like I'm hearing myself, like not even like over like a radio sort of like cockpit radio sort of thing. It's really weird. It's very odd. And if you have it in the middle, then it's kind of the worst of both worlds, to be honest. About 50% transparency. Let's just put it on full transparency. It is weird. It could, because it does mean that like I can hear my fan and stuff on my PC through my earphones now, which I don't quite like. Right, let's get these plugged back in then, shall we? There is another weird thing with these, which is when you put them in your case, in the headphone case. When you put them in the headphone case, they turn off automatically, which is quite good. There you go, that's much better. I can actually hear myself now, folks. Welcome into yours. Bose QC35 something. Oh, very nice. I had a friend at uni who worked at Bose. And apparently, in the shop that he worked in, everyone used to come in and pronounce it Bose. Which is not really that funny, but that's the only sort of anecdote that I've got related to Bose. Space Kid, thank you for the follow, by the way. Welcome in. Kyle, welcome in. Hello, how's it going? You've got some Sony WHCH520s for my out and about needs. I will not be wearing these out and about. They will get plucked right off my head. There's no chance. These are indoor headphones and that's it. Which I know sounds stupid. How are the levels, folks? Minecraft will be quiet because it's just a quiet game, but I've got no latency now. It's perfect. If I do this, if I'm doing it wireless, I'm getting like a 1/4 of a second delay. So I've had to buy a dongle, a 30 quid dongle that it connects to the dongle instead of like your PC's Bluetooth, which means that the latency is a bit quicker, a bit faster because it's not using Windows's shitty Bluetooth codec. So that's an extra 30 quid that I've had to fork out already, and I'm in my first half a day of having these headphones. But it is what it is. It's not the end of the world. It's literally just when I'm gaming on my PC is when it's a problem. If it's anywhere else, it's fine. I've got a really weird system for it as well. I'll get into it. I am going to possibly play some Minecraft today, folks. What I might also do is just sort of walk around like this and do nothing for an hour and a half. That might be the case. I've been building a little train station here, folks. This was the main line coming down here from Algernon to Grootdorp, but what I've actually done is done a separate line going down here because, as you can see, the line comes down here and it was sort of curving here and then it was coming along here and then curving again. So it's a lot straighter now, which means they can go faster. Hello, Wisecrack. Welcome into you. How's it going? So I've tucked a little station there because it's a little sort of witch hut here as well, which is quite nice, and I'll do something with it. Maybe make it like a little sort of ticket office or something like that. So we might muck about with that today. I don't know. I use Pixel Buds when out and about, just like Larry. Also got them free from a cereal packet. My Pixel 7. I've got some JVC earphones that I bought because they're the only USB-C ones that I could find that are earphones, but they don't go right in your ear because I don't like those ones. Let's get the song info and album art on the screen there for you as well. That's nice. Let me also get rid of the thing that says "Be with you shortly" on YouTube because that's been there for about 15 minutes now. That's why it's probably 3 stellars deep. This late? It's 7:15. It is weird hearing my fan through my headphones with this noise cancelling, or like reverse noise cancelling. But the problem is, if I turn the volume up on my PC, it's just turning up the volume of the fan in my headphones. So it's maybe just something I've got to get used to. I'm not sure. I like hearing myself, but I don't like hearing myself like in my head. That doesn't make any sense. I don't like hearing myself through headphones. I like hearing myself just out loud. So this is why we do this, folks. It's a little bit of fine tuning. We've got to get used to it. Do we like this, folks? It's quite nice, isn't it? So you got a little sort of, you know, if you get off the train this way, you go up the stairs there, you come back down, and then we're going to have, I don't know what I'll do here, like a little sort of park or something like that. I don't know. Dutchy, welcome in. How's it going? Good to see you. Very much like that Asdorf movie character. I like trains. Oh yeah, I remember that. I think I've talked about the fella who made that before, Kyle. Because I said I didn't find Asdorf movie funny on Twitter. This was about 15 years ago. I said I didn't find Asdorf movie very funny. I didn't mention him or anything like that, but Tom Scar replied to my tweet with a sort of sarcastic, like, "Yeah, me neither." He's literally googling, like searching himself in Twitter. It's a strange behaviour. Anyway, that was ages. He probably doesn't do that anymore. Folks, I've got a glass of sarsaparilla. It's really good. It's really good. That cordial's really good, folks. I do recommend it. It's very aniseedy. If that's your sort of if that's your jam or your drink or whatever. Wouldn't surprise me if Tom looked himself up manically. I mean, some people do. Ricky Gervais is famous for doing it. He blocks people who talk shit about him, even if they don't at him. It's weird. Yeah. Hearing your own voice like others hear you is weird. Yeah, I don't like it, Kyle. I know I say I generally I don't like it live, at least. Watching VODs is not so bad because I'm used to it by now. But live, it stresses me out a little bit. I like Tom Scarpett's Twitter self-searching used to be outrageous back in the day, and he probably doesn't do it now, to be fair. I'm judging someone based on how they acted 15 years ago, which is probably not the best thing to do, to be honest, because if someone did that to me, I would not be able to handle it. What am I doing? Let me show you the other station that I've made. In fact, we won't get on a train, actually, because there is no train, because I've not got trains coming here yet. So we'll go to Kleindorp, which is one of my favourite places in this server. It's gorgeous, isn't it? Pip's half-built house there as well. I hear you differently to the way everyone else does. Thank you, Wisecrack, I think. Possibly. We've got 5. No, we've not got. We've got 8. We've got fucking ages. Folks, let's just fucking teleport there. I've built a little station here. It's called Foothills because it's just by the mountain, just by the mountain range. Ooh, very nice. You're mashing potato. Says leopard. Okay, good stuff. What flavour? Sorry, what flavour sarsaparilla? Just original, mate. Just original flavour. I didn't know there were sort of several flavours of it. You're probably making a joke that I don't get, Wisecrack. It's not the first time. It's out the fridge as well. Ooh. It is good. So I made a little station there because I just thought, why not? I want little stations that just have like little bits and bobs in it, because we can get like little stopper trains to just like do all the stops and stuff, whereas you've got express trains that just go straight down here. You've got a couple of like stoppers that pull in here and stuff. These NPCs haven't got dialogue set up yet. I will get that done though. So what I've got in here, little conductor Jane there, a little Pokemon like battleground, just a little one. So people can have battles with the mates if they've got mates. And if they've not got mates, then they can just fuck off, I suppose. A little Pokemon Center here. This is like a schematics Pokemon Center that there's like loads of these Pokemon Centers all over the place. I've just taken one and grabbed it and put it here. Changed the floor of it. There's some fella called Rowan who's not got any speech either. Little departure boards as well. Talk to Nurse Joy and she'll... Fuck me, that's loud. Heal your Pokemon. And then down here, I've got a hiking trail. It's not set up yet, though. We've got a couple of NPCs in here. Again, they're not dialogued yet, but we'll get that there at some point. Got some, like, picnic benches, but we're going to have a hiking trail. And it'll sort of come... Let me go into spectator mode. It'll probably go up here. And the idea is that it'll go over this mountain range here. So it'll go over this bit.
What?
I said it'll go over this bit. Oh, that was really nice and crispy in my ears, actually. That was quite nice. Genuinely, the Pokemon. It's really good, isn't it? Touchy. It's a great design from Gundy. What was the flavour? It was sarsaparilla. I'm drinking Wisecrack. I'm drinking sarsaparilla. It's like root beer if you've ever had that. It's a little bit different, apparently. What's that? It's like root beer, but it's a little bit different. It's like it's what I call like an old timey drink. Wisecrack. It tastes a bit like it just tastes a bit like you're in Red Dead Redemption, sort of. It's a little bit sort of herby, like the car. No, it's a little bit sort of aniseedy. Like it's a bit medicinal, I think, in taste. If that's your sort of thing. You know, you get those sort of drinks like Dandelion and Burdock and Dr. Pepper and stuff like that, and they taste a little bit sort of medicinal. It's like one of those. Very similar to root beer. Not entirely sure what the difference is. Am I explaining what to you? I don't know what that was. I'm missing so many messages here. I'm so sorry. Let me catch up, actually. I love this song, but it reminds me of the LeBron James dive advert from the 2000s. I'm not familiar with that, chappers. Unfortunately. Or fortunately. Not difficult. I don't know what the question was, TN. Dumb question. Can we go in or on the trains? You can, Kyle. We'll wait for one if you want. We'll get on the next train that turns up. It's in 1 minute. Fruits has made a little, we call it a LART. It's based on the DART, which is the Dublin. The train's in Dublin. So we'll hop on that and we'll go to Excalibur if you want, or Woodland Mansion. Here we go. Look at that. Also, Pokemon get on the trains because they sort of get like sucked into it, which is a bit weird. But it is what it is. So yeah, we can just sit down here and then just wait for the train to go. It's got a little board there that tells you. And it's probably a better seat we can sit in to see that. Actually, there you go. There we go. We'll just sit on the train for a bit, shall we? Says brutally. Well, I real son of a varmint. Welcome in there. How's it going? It does make me feel class. Wisecrack. It really does. I like it a lot. The only sarsaparilla I drink has been irradiated for a few hundred years straight from Nevada, yeah. I saw a post that someone made online when I was sort of Googling what the difference was between sarsaparilla and root beer. And someone made a post online saying, I didn't realise that sarsaparilla was a real thing. I thought it was invented for Fallout New Vegas. Like, completely unironically. Which I thought was quite funny. Aniseed doesn't do much for me. Yeah, it's very sort of. I mean, it's not Marmite-y, but you know what I mean. If I say it's Marmite-y, you know what I mean. It is one of those sort of things. Tastes like racism, Leopard said. Yeah. If you say so, mate. It's like when you see stray dogs and that sitting on the train off on the wee adventure. It is nice until you get to a point where there's no seats on the train because there's Pokemon and you have to battle them to get them off the seats. It's winter, folks. Let's just do that right now. Let's do that right now. Here we go. This is where we just were at Kleindorf. Little Grootdorp's just over there. You can see the sort of the cutting for the train stations there. We'll stay on the train though. We'll go to Excalibur, which is Bark's little place. What do I mean? I don't know what I mean. Wisecrack, because I don't know what that was in reference to. I'm sorry. Some MFers ain't never seen Big Lebowski and it shows. No, I've never seen that. Never. Never seen that in my life. You lot really have expanded so much on the original train network since the last time I was on. Oh, it's gone a bit crazy, Dutchy. It's gone a little bit mad. It's got to the point where I've actually made like a metro map for it online, which I may or may not share with the class at some point. But there's a lot added to it. Hello, Manikai. Welcome in. How's it going? Good to see you. Do you like the train? I do like the train rides. I don't do it enough because I'm in creative and I just sort of teleport about. But I do like the train rides. They are nice. They've improved a lot since they started, because you used to not turn with the train, whereas you do now. So I don't have to touch the game to actually. Let's get rid of that so you can actually see the chat, by the way, on the screen. Sorry about that. Interesting you'd say that you're on a train, but sometimes you'd say you're in a train. Yeah, I wonder what the difference is with that. I genuinely don't know what the difference is with that, actually. I'm not sure. No idea. I couldn't tell you. It's whatever takes my fancy. There's a bit of conch there for you if you want, by the way. So this train will leave, and then round the corner is going to be another train to take us to the Woodland Mansion. So we'll get on that one, but we'll have a little look at this. Is Bark's like subway station that they've made. So there's 3 platforms. There's a little third one there, and that's where your little pacer train goes, which is due in 9 minutes. We're going to get on that train there. But then it comes out here and up here, and then you've got Excalibur, which is coming along. It's getting there. It's definitely getting there. It's nice. Shit, right, we've got to get this train before it fucking leaves. Hang on. Here we go. Did the server get upgraded to Create 6.0 yet? No, Dutchy, because Create 6.0 is not on Fabric yet, as far as I'm aware. Let's sit next to this butterfree. It's not on Fabric. It's only on Forge at the moment. You have to wait for it to be on Fabric. No, it's not. Apparently, it's not. At least it's not on Modrinth. So no, we're still waiting on that. But everything's pretty much good to go when that is ready, if that makes sense. Because I believe it also means we might upgrade to 1.21 and the next Cobblemon version and stuff. I don't really know. I've talked to Fruits about it, but at the moment we just update little things. The windows here are a little bit too low. We need to fix that. These were built before we had half panels. We could build this a lot better now. We could build the windows to be a little bit higher up. It'd work a lot better. A little bit of lag there. I built a computer, so I'm bragging about it here. End of brag. Congratulations, Manikai. I did know that because I was talking to Fruits when you were sending them pictures of cables or something like that, and they found it quite funny. If I remember that correctly. Good stuff though, Manikai. What are the specs? If you want to share, you don't have to, of course. Don't think I've ever described myself as being in a train. Like more nonsense. Wisecrack. I'm in a train in Minecraft when I'm sort of like passively in a train. But I think I would never say I'm in a train in real life. I wouldn't do that. It's not right. It's literally not right. This is the Woodland Mansion station, which we're very familiar with. I've extended the map out a little bit as well, so there's more stuff to it now. So there's a few more locations that we've got. So 6 Excalibur's there. I need to add foothills in, and I need to also add the witchy sort of, the witch hut. Got High Bixby over there, which is my little... No, I wasn't talking to you. Stop listening. Stop listening to me.
I didn't understand that.
I didn't understand that, says my phone. And then it's given me... It says, I couldn't find a suitable answer for that. Here's some services that you can use. Bixby voice. Change Bixby language to Korean. This is suggestions that it's giving me. Play today's top hits. Find recipes of chicken pasta with onion. What's the weather going to be like in London tomorrow? Check the filter usage status of air conditioner. Show stain guide. That's in Smart Things Clothing Care. Search for Christmas wallpapers. It's a calculator. 10 divided by 7. Show me Brick Lane, London on the map. Start a 5-kilometer run. I'm just going to go through these until it stops, because these are actually quite interesting. How soon is the train from East Croydon to St Albans? Tell me a random animal fact. Play Akinator. Hello, Fruit 12 Min, how's it going? Play Akinator? Why is it telling me to play Akinator? Do you remember Akinator, folks? It's that game where you go online and it's like that Who Am I thing, but like it knows. It knows everyone. It doesn't know me though, because I fucking tried before. In Gmail, email mum and dad saying, I love you guys. That's sweet, isn't it? They have been split up for 21 years though. So if I add them to the same sort of email, that might be a bit of a weird thing to do. Send an email to Richard. I don't know a Richard. What's the market cap of Goldman Sachs? Food manager. Add banana to the fridge. Find Steve in my contacts, not my contracts, sorry. I will catch up on chat in a minute, I'm so sorry about this. Show me Tom Cruise movies from Netflix. Find the official Madonna YouTube channel. What's the briefing? It's a, read today's briefing. If it fucking doctors me, we're going to give it a go though. Oh, I have to actually say it to it. Hi Bixby. Brief me. Hi Bixby. Brief me.
Hello. It's 7:04 p.m. on 15th July 2025.
I'm going to turn it down a minute. Okay, that's fine. Top stories.
Secret Afghan relocation scheme set up after major data breach. 2 men behind senseless felling of Sycamore Gap tree jailed for more than 4 years.
That's mad.
Grandparents found guilty of murdering toddler Ethan Ives Griffiths. Constance Martin spent months at torture church. Friend tells BBC. And school apologizes after girl, 12, punished for wearing Union Jack dress to Culture Day. That's it for now.
No way. That can't be true. Oh, God. Some people are going to be fucking frothing at the mouth. What a buzzkill. What a buzzkill. School apologises after girl 12 punished for wearing Union Jack dress to Culture Day. Actually, fucking be expelled for that. There's no fucking culture here, folks. I like the fact that it, like, someone wakes up in the morning and goes, brief me, and it's like, yeah, 2 men have been jailed, some grandparents have murdered a toddler, someone spent time at a torture church, and it's like, it puts down on your day, doesn't it? That was in the this is the Independent it's referencing here. By the way, TM. Aiden, welcome into you, by the way. How's it going? Hi, Bixby. Breed me.
I didn't understand that.
No. It said, hi, Bixby. Breed me.
I didn't understand.
It keeps
that.
auto-correcting to read, and then it goes, messages, read my messages from Clive. I don't know a Clive. So, that's good. I need to catch some chat here. I'm so sorry. I got carried away there. So if you were in a train and someone asked where you were right now, I'd say I'm in a train, wisecrack. Now could you do a big reopening with an Ultra Lekar edition or Legends Nightlight edition? Yeah, that'd be good. That would be nice. Ryzen 5 7600X B650. I think I've got the B650. 216 gig RAM GTX for 5060. It's not bad at all, Manikai. Not to be sniffed at. Very nice. I don't really fucking know. A bigger number is better, isn't it? So, you know. Right, should we do Hi Bixby. Write a haiku about Bradford Forster Square.
I'm not sure what you mean.
It doesn't know what I mean. What was another thing someone suggested me to say that wasn't the Bixby breed me one? There was something else it said. It was going to be like, tell me an animal fact. Hi Bixby, tell me an animal fact.
American beaver kits can swim 24 hours after birth.
There you go. It's giving me suggestions. Summer quiz, July trivia, ghost story, beatbox, or read me a haiku. I'm going to click beatbox here, folks, and see what happens.
Sounds like it's my time to shine.
It's quite good, that. Rap!
Careful, I've been told my beats are fire.
I've got full charge, full bars, locked and loaded. Steamrolling the competition like an AI locomotive. Text get more emotive with the tech I bring. My pristine screen rings, it blinks like gold rings. Other AIs, be wary. My vocabulary is sweeter than nougats, apples, or blackberries. I'm a fresh voice, and it's rising to fame. Samsung named me Bixby. Best remember the name.
That was good. Steamrolling the competition like an AI locomotive. It's fucking topical. Wipe the microphone down. That was good, wasn't it? What about haiku?
Cry.
Oh.
See things you can't imagine. Just open a book.
Care to laugh or cry? See things you can't imagine. Just open about shit. What about a ghost story? Sorry, we might just do this today, folks.
Listener beware. It's time for some scares.
Oh, this is
Milo
too
took a
long.
breath and declared, "This lakeside spot is the perfect place to camp."
It's too long. I'm not sitting there and subjecting you all to that. That was good, wasn't it? The unsubscribe button simply says "not for me," Clive. Yeah. I don't know why it says specifically Clive. I don't know why it doesn't take someone out of my contacts and go, why don't you call this person instead of asking me to call fucking Clive? I don't quite understand it, but whatever. Isn't Clive another AI? I have no idea. I don't know why. I mean, I don't know why it would be advertising another AI, though, is the thing. That's what I don't get. Where are we going? We need to go to this station. We're going to fuck about with this station, folks. I don't know what to do, though. Let's put the music back on. Grateful Dead, if anyone likes them. If not, fuck off. How many mouths is Big using? I don't know. That was a good little beat, that, wasn't it? Someone rap over that, please, if that's alright. I might put a little ticket machine here. That might be good, or like a vending machine. Vending machine might be a bit too big. But I think a little ticket machine there might be nice. But we'll make like a little shelter or something. How about that? Like in the middle here, if we just put a little sort of... What if we did that? We'd just make it out of... I don't know what you'd make it out of, actually. Mangrove would be too much mangrove, wouldn't it? Let's use a mangrove log. Let's see what they've got in the way of mangrove logs. We do need to make a stand. It would be good. A ticket machine would be perfect for here. It's gagging for it. This little sort of bit here, isn't it? I have done some... This is what I was doing yesterday, Fruits. I had to stop all the trains yesterday up north because I had to basically, from here, I had to redo the entire track from here up to... here. This is still not fixed. It's better than it was, though, because the incline was just stressing me out. But it has... I do need to... In fact, let's do that right now, because I can actually do that, and that's not too much of an issue for me. Actually. 8's not long enough, is it? Oh, is it long enough? Oh, do you know, that might be fine. We need dirty gravel. There you go. The Transpennine upgrade program works in mysterious... I still can't hear myself properly, which is why I keep saying words weirdly. But for fuck's sake. It's going to take a bit of getting used to, I think. Either that, or I just don't use these headphones for streaming, but the amount of money I paid for them, that'd be a very fucking stupid decision to make, I think. I've got to get my money's worth out of these. Otherwise, what is the point? Why has it done that again?
What?
So why has it done that again? They're all fucked down south because of the north yards. Oh, are they? Oh, that's fine then. They are still running down here, but I can sort of work around them now, whereas before it was kind of like, actually, I do need to just destroy all the track here. Right, why is this? This should just go... Why is that doing that? That's not right. It should not be doing that. It should be indented. Am I doing place instead of... I don't know what I'm doing there. Overlay, oh for fuck's sake, that'll be why. I've never used that setting in my life. Overlay. Need to pop on and fix it, or just blow up north yards. Yeah. Don't blow up north yards though. I do like north yards. There we go. There we go. So we'll just do this. It's not perfect, but it'll do. Let's do... For now, we're just going to make this all on the sides grass. Oh, not maybe on that side because it's already podzol, but we'll fix it later. We'll add some... We'll maybe make it something else that's a bit nicer to look at than podzol. Maybe not, though. Maybe I'll just leave it like that. Who fucking knows? Is everything sounding and looking okay, folks? I'm just a little bit extra conscious today because I'm sort of live testing these headphones, which they're nice, but the amount of faffing. This is why I don't like buying new stuff. And this is why when my headphones have broken the last 2 times, I've just bought the same pair again. Because I know how they work. Whereas these ones, it's like there's a manual for them, and there's these bits here. It's actually a button. So if you touch that, it pauses the music, and then if you double tap it, it turns on active noise cancelling. And if you swipe up, it turns the volume up, and down turns the volume down. If you swipe right, it does the next track, and swipe left does the previous. And all. And it's like I don't want them. I just want them to play music. They don't need all that mucking about. Utter woke nonsense. Woke headphones. They are woke headphones, folks, as well. They've got a little rainbow on them. Because you probably can't see it in this thing. Actually, you can probably see it there. Very understated. They are the sort of Pride edition, which is very sort of, I know it's a bit sort of rainbow capitalism sort of thing, but I think they are actually sponsored by, is it Glad, who genuinely do some good work. So I was like, fair, and they're the same price as the normal ones, and the normal white ones have a grey band around the top, and I didn't like that. These are the only white ones that you can get that have a white band around the top, which shit. So just one of those things, I suppose. There we go. But the two there, I know if I can tell me two something. I can't remember what the folks. I'm sorry. There could have been something there. There could well have been something there. I've done all that down there. I've not done that bit though. There you go. Oh, there you go. What will be nice though is I've not listened to music in bed. I like doing that, especially if I can't sleep. I like just putting music in my. But I've not been able to do that since I've got this new phone because the 3.5mm on my phone only takes USB-C. And I bought like an adapter, but it broke instantly, and it's just crap. So It'll be nice to do that. I won't have all these problems when I listen to music, and that like that's not going to be an issue. The only issues that I've got are really sort of if I'm gaming or if there's the latency. But like I said, I've had to fork out some daft little Bluetooth dongle to fix that. Because it's not a Sennheiser problem. Apparently, it is genuinely like a Windows problem. It's just the Bluetooth that comes with Windows is just absolute guff. Jesus wept. You know, what a fucking banger this is, by the way. I think I've played this someone's stream before. Because have I told the story about when I was at prom? When I was 16 and this song came on, and literally the whitest boy in our year was busting out some serious moves to this. Literally no one saw it coming. It was genuinely quite fantastic. That's all. When I think of this song, that is the first thing that I think of. I hope he's doing well. I've not talked to him since I finished high school. I hope he's doing alright. I won't fucking dox him. Like, not that he's got a very doxable name. He's a pretty fucking boring name, actually. No offense, like, if he is watching this. If he's lurking by any chance. I'm sorry that I just said your name was boring. I'm sure he'll be fine. Great tune though, isn't it? Let's remove these campfires, shall we? Let's put some supports down here. That's a good shout. From me. So where does this start? This starts at... Really, it needs girders, doesn't it? It needs girders, which means I'm going to have to actually destroy this entire bit of track. That's a shame, isn't it? It'll be fine. It's a temporary temporary disruption. This is what they do on like you said, that sort of transpennine route upgrade and that sort of thing. They just go, right, let's sort this. That's how they do it. Like that. Can I do this? Is that too long? Oh no, it's not. That's good. Folks, what's everyone been up to today? I was going to come on. The reason I'm streaming at this point is because I was going to come on this morning and I just didn't feel. I was just a bit groggy. I was a bit groggy and I was just sort of like, nah, I'm not on my A game. Do you know what I mean? 3405. Oh, that's not right, is it? That's not right. Oh, this bit's flat, right? Okay, so we've got to fix that then. That's fine. Yeah, I was just a bit like genuinely can't be arsed sort of thing. So I've realised why I've done that now. That is better now. So 3405 and we're going to 3311. 3405 minus 3311. That's how 90 something, isn't it? 94. How do we split 90? Can you do 94 divided by 4? No. Can you do 94 divided by 6? No. 94 divided by 8 is going to be ridiculous. 7 doesn't do 7. 3 doesn't do 3. Do I just do what? One in the middle at 47 blocks in? Or is that a bit naff? That seems a bit long. Doesn't it? I don't know. Sorry, if I can get notifications there. I'm checking my phone while I'm streaming. Do we just do one in the middle? So 3311. Add 47. 3358. Been doing Mrs. Ultra's Shopify shit all day. Welcome in Ultra. How's it going? Clearly, I mean, you sound like you're enjoying yourself, to be honest with you. You sound like you've had a good day. Cool. Is that in the right place? Yeah, it is. Is that right? Do that there. Got a lot of places. These headphones I got from the fucking official Sennheiser website, and it was all done by Shopify. You'd imagine that they'd have their own sort of thing set up, wouldn't you? Big company like that. I don't really know what the sort of benefits of using Shopify are for like a business, I suppose. Right, that's going to cause a problem then. So we are going to have to redo this. That's good. What, when you say sorting it out, what do you mean, Ultra? God, I'm going to have a good sleep tonight. I'm not actually. I've not had a good sleep in about a month. I was going to say, I'm going to have a good sleep tonight, but then I remembered actually I'm not. It won't happen. Just the way it is. Right. One more time. Fix this. Bam. Bam. What is good sleep? I sometimes have really good sleep fruits, but I've not had a good sleep now for genuinely in the past 6 weeks. The best sleep that I've had is when I had a fucking tube up my nose. When I had that hospital thing, which I've still not had the fucking results for. Apparently I'm still on the waiting list to hear results, despite the fact they said it would take a few days. But whatever. Oh, filling envelopes, so that's nice. All day, licking and sticking. I did get my haircut today, folks, and you may have noticed by this little bit here that it was done by the guy who I said I was never going to get my haircut by again. Because I've realised something. I don't like the way that he cuts my hair, but I do like the way that he does my beard. And what it is now, basically, is it's like I've got a juggle between, do I want a nice bit of hair or do I want a nice beard? And I chose beard this time because it uses like the little sort of the little blade and stuff. It's quite nice. It's quite sort of calming, soothing, therapeutic almost. These aren't straight, aren't they? And I don't quite know what I've done to do that. They're going through a beard trim and then go somewhere else. Yeah, but it costs more fruits if I do that. I could do that. And also, there's not many hairdressers around here. This is the thing. This is the thing. They'll tell you, I could just get my hair cut by the woman and then have the beard done by the man, but then, like I said, I think it'll cost a lot more. I don't know, I'll have to look into that, to be honest with you. I genuinely don't know. I'm not sure. Filling envelopes in soup, yeah. What a life, mate. What a life. I don't like that. Is that just my eyes tricking me? Or is that not straight? That doesn't look right to me. And I think I know why. It's because I've done this in segments for some ungodly reason. So we'll just redo this bit. Because we can do it all the way up, but I thought if I did this bit smoother, then it might work better or something, but apparently it fucking doesn't. Don't need the girders. That should be smoother now. If I've understood it correctly. It's not really though, is it? I swear where I go, the price is entirely based off vibes. I mean, a lot of hairdressers are like that, I think. It was the one I used to go to. It was like you'd go in and you didn't know how much you were going to pay because you went in sometimes and it was 15 quid. You go in the next time it was 12 quid, and then you go in again and it was 15 quid. And then you go in the next time and it was 10 quid. It was just like I was just fucking making it up as they went along. It was weird. Oh, here comes the pacer, look. Lovely stuff. Lovely, lovely stuff. They still look wonky, don't they? Something's not right here. Where do these go up to? That goes up to 3, 4, 10. So it's every 20, isn't it? Every 20 it goes up by 1 block. So every 20. So it needs to go down to 350. And that's at 335. That'll be fucking why, because it is genuinely wonky. Okay, well that's easily fixable then. That's why there were supports here. What level is this meant to be at? 135. Do we like this song, folks? I quite like this. It's by someone called Anne Linnet, who is Danish. Like a Danish sort of 80s pop star. I quite like it. It's got something to it. Universe. No idea what she's fucking talking about. But you might like it, Fruits. Denmark mentioned. And all that sort of thing. I don't know. Oh. Then again, man, I'm not even really going in for a 3-minute undercut redoing, because otherwise I'm growing my hair out, and sometimes she charges me $4.50 and the other times 15 quid. It is weird, isn't it? At least this place, I know I'm always getting charged the same amount. It's a little bit pricey, but they do a good job. There we go. I've not put the fucking girders on it. They do a good job, so it is that sort of like... That shouldn't be there. I don't mind it. It feels like it's more than a haircut. I'm doing good fucking marketing for them, by the way. It feels like it's more than a haircut. It feels like it's almost like like I said, it's like a bit sort of therapeutic, a bit massagey almost. They don't sort of. It's not one of those places where they sort of overdo it and everything's a bit sort of over the top. But just one of those things, isn't it? Having said that, I don't like when my hair is short because I faff about with it more. That is straight now, isn't it? Look at that. Oh, Jesus. Apart from when you get down there, but it's always going to be a bit bumpy down there. There's not a lot you can do about that. I did get a shiny Corvus Choir, by the way. Which is vaguely interesting, depending on whether you give a shit about Pokemon or not. Universe. Whatever that means. Gotta fix these. Is that right? That might have been like that for a year, and I'd have no idea. Who knows? But I told you about my GTA 6 pin badge shenanigans. You said you were gonna... Yeah, I think you said you were gonna make GTA 6, like GTA radio badges of like the radio station logos, and then sell them on at like Comic Cons and stuff. You said GTA 5 though for that. Are you doing a GTA 6 one as well? Have they announced the soundtrack for that yet? Among the Anoraks. It's a little project name for it. If they oh, that looks a bit naff, doesn't it? I might have to put a hole in there. Just do that. That works. Oh, you're always doing it for 6? I mean, that makes sense. It does make sense. Alright, immediately changing the weather to clear for the next 24 days. Let's have a bit of a heat wave, folks. I don't want to be getting snow on here because it is going to sort of... Oh, Jesus. It's going to muck everything up. Or something. It's actually not the end of the world right now because I still don't know what I'm doing. Let's put in a nice sign like we did with Foothills. So we want to go for a mangrove log. Let's go with that. Let's also go with copycat beams. and slope layer and fence. Doesn't matter which fence, any fence will do. Any fence will do. What reference that is in fucking 2025. We'll just do the same thing we did last time, which is basically that. Or we'll just use mangrove wood then, because that'll make more sense, won't it? Gonna be GTA 5 logos, that makes sense. When will they announce the soundtrack for that, do you reckon? Because that is genuinely one of the things I'm looking forward to the most in that game. Is the soundtrack for it. Now, why have I done that? I suppose I could do... We could do it like this, which I didn't do with Foothills. Is that sort of too... Is that too sort of... It's too flimsy, isn't it? Do-do-do-do-do. But if you do that, that works. We'll be close to launch. Might get leaked if they're doing vinyls again. Let's hope so. So much of the music I listen to comes from fucking GTA. So we're going to do some rich static text. And we're going to do... Oh, I genuinely can't remember how to do it. So I'm going to go back to Foothills and just copy paste it. Oh, that's bad. I'm just chilling out. These girls just won't leave me alone. Too fucking right, mate. Check it out. Right, but we don't want it to say Foothills. We want it to say the name of the station, which is Ishmarsh Junction. That's dare I say is not going to fit on this unless I make the text smaller. So we might have to fix that. I might have to make it a bit snappier. I mean, that's ridiculous. I also... Okay, that's fine. We'll just make the text smaller. We'll just make the text even smaller. Oh, Jesus. Is that... Does that look stupid? I mean, that's too big. Does that look stupid? Or do we quite like that? I'm on the fence about it. I don't actually hate it that much. Something about it that is quite sort of... I've found out you can do little text under it as well. So what we could do... What if you did this? You put junction on one line and then you put Ishmarsh on the other line. And then you just do this. It does take a bit of mucking about with, unfortunately. But we do this sort of thing. See where I'm going with this? Kind of fucking... Does that not go down any further? Wait, I don't think that goes down any further. I think that's as far as it goes. We've made it like 65%. Is that doing anything? Oh, it's because I need to be doing X scale and Y scale, isn't it? Of course. Right. I think I'm getting the hang of this. Rich text, generally speaking, is a little bit confusing to me. Does that look right though? Completely fucking got the line wrong then. 60%. The headphones turned up with 60% charge. Apparently that is a thing that they do. Like 60% is like the ideal sort of charge for them. How do we do it like that? I quite like that. I quite like that. Is it all centered and whatnot? It's now or never. We could also do this. It's naff. Is that naff? Yeah, because it's a stupid little, like, half a pixel border. That's nice. I like that. What was that, 60%? I think it's not too big. It's not... The border, it wouldn't be too bad, Fruits, if the border wasn't only on the top on one side. If it was all the way around, I wouldn't mind it too much. That's the thing. I just wish these display boards, like, I wish that if you had the white background, it was actually just pure white. I think that's the sort of thing I would like with this sort of thing. Could do red text. No, God, no. Let go to lose your mind. What fucking tune this is. I like it. I like that. Oh. Let's get that copy pasted. I think the fact that it sort of thematically fits in with the other one that we did actually works in its favour somewhat. It may, at least you sort of go, oh yeah, these stations were probably built at the same time, weren't they? Did I do that? Oh no, I didn't. I've just done that, haven't I? So it is a little bit different. Dare I say it possibly loses something by doing it like that? But it's fine. I quite like that. I'm happy with it. So you'll have a little staircase down. I don't know what to put in here. I haven't got a clue. But we will put something in here at some point, I would imagine. Oh shit, I've got to do something for tomorrow morning. I forgot about that. The problem is I built a station the other day, and now I'm just sort of sat here trying to figure out how to make it different. You know? Could something go there? Or does that look stupid? I mean, not necessarily a display board. Could be a display board. Just something. No idea. Here we go, folks. Wap back doodle doodle wap. Beep beep and doodle whoa. Just making sure that still worked. Okay, that's that done. That's one bit of it. I want to make a little shelter, like I did with the with the other station. I quite like the thing I did with the other station. The little sort of I do like this place a lot now. Actually, I want to put some music in here, but I'm still not 100% sure what. But I do like these little shelters that I've made. There's a little bin and stuff in there. Oh, I've got a story about bins. And you know what? When I was coming home, I was like, I'm going to tell the story on stream later. But I won't remember it unless I see a bin in the game, which is why I'm doing some station building. Because I thought I'm going to have to put a bin down. And then I'll actually remember this story. So that sort of worked out in my favour. I was walking home from the hairdressers today. I don't live in a busy place, like. So I'm walking down the road and it's bin day today. It's bin day. That is important for this story. So I'm walking down the right hand side of the road, on the path on the right hand side. On the left hand side is an old fella in a mobility scooter. One of the sort of like quite fancy sort of ones. And whatever, I'm just sort of minding my own business, walking down and all that sort of thing. And then I hear just a thud. Just a thud. And I looked over. And he's fucking crashed into a bin that's like on the road because someone's put it out onto the path for it to be taken in, and he's just crashed straight into it. So I look over and I go, Jesus, like I tried to rush over, but there's a few cars coming, so I've got to sort of stand and wait for about 5 or 6 seconds before I can actually cross. And in that 5 or 6 seconds, he just keeps fucking he just keeps fucking gunning it forward and pushing the bin out of the way. And by the time I've crossed the road and got out of the way, the bin, he's managed to get past the bin. And I sort of went over and I'm like, just be like, "You're all right, mate," because I couldn't quite tell if it was like intentional or not. And he just looked at me. It didn't say anything. He just looked at me like I was fucking mad for coming over and trying to help. And then fucking drove off. And I thought, I'll tell that story on stream later. Someone might make something of it. Go ahead. I've got very little to say about that, folks, apart from the actual story itself, because I don't know if I don't know. I don't know if it was intentional or not. I don't know. It all sort of went past. It was quite a fucking blur. It was just weird. If he'd have waited like a couple of seconds, I would have. He must have. I mean, I don't know if he actually did see me trying to cross the road, because we were sort of like side by side. I don't think he looked over and to me to be like, "Can you come over and help me?" sort of thing. But I don't know. Don't know what to make of it. Don't know. So there you go. There's a story about the old man. I couldn't. This was just one of those things, isn't it, where you can't tell if it's an old person who's like genuinely like maybe sort of mentally like a little bit gone, sort of, or whether he was sort of fully there and he was just like, I'm just gonna fucking ram this bin out of the way. Fuck it. And I'll never know. And that's gonna eat away at me a little bit, I think. And then Leopard says footlocker, more like footlicker. Okay. Fair enough, mate. Just let's just move on, shall we? Sounds like a classic case of bin hate to me. I mean, it's a path where there's only you could probably only walk one person down the path at a time. It's quite a narrow path, and someone's left a fucking bin in the middle of it. It is fucking asking for trouble a little bit. It does annoy me when people do that. It does wind me up a little bit. It's like when the other day there was what's it called? Just a second, folks. I went down to the shop, and I live at the end of my street is a little primary school, and they had the summer fair on Saturday. So my normally peaceful walk to the shop was a little bit less peaceful because, of course, with the fucking school run, all you get is people who park the car on the path. It's a road where you could park cars on both sides of the road on the road, and you could still get two cars coming down. And these people come in with the big fucking SUVs and stuff and park fully on the pavement. Not very little I was going to say nothing winds me up more. That's not true. A lot winds me up more than that. But very, very few things wind me up more than that. It genuinely pisses me off when people do that. What are you supposed to do if you're in a wheelchair, or if you've got a pram, it's a bit easier that you can just sort of go onto the. What if you're like in a wheelchair or something like that? You're fucked. Because some fella with the world's smallest knob is trying to go, oh, look at me, my big car that I'm going to park on the fucking path. Does my head in. Anyway. If I was old and had the power of a mobility scooter and fuck all to lose, and there's a really great bin in my path, too fucking right, remember it? Well, this is what I thought. I thought genuinely, I was hoping to get an answer when I sort of said, are you alright, sort of thing. But he didn't even answer me, he just looked at me and then drove off. Even more mysterious. So, yeah. I like to think he was sort of just, go on. YOLO. As if an old person would say YOLO, but you never know. We have that on bin collection day. The lorry folks don't put the bins fully back and block footpaths. Nightmare for anyone in a wheelchair or prams. I have a habit of rolling them out of the way if I walk by, just to basically, yeah, I do the same. I moved that bin as soon because he sort of moved it, but he sort of still moved it onto the path, so I sort of moved it into the driveway a little bit. Because I felt like there was a part of me that was like, I can't cross the road and not do anything now. Otherwise, I just look like a tit who's crossed the road for no reason. I've got to do something. So yeah. What pisses me off is folks with cars that have a huge jutting out bit out front, so they cover half the path, even though they're technically parked properly. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we don't typically get those here because you don't have cars parked where the front of the car is facing the path, but you get it in like cul-de-sacs and stuff, don't you? And places like that. I know what you mean though. That does annoy me a bit as well. Like they'll park with, but what it means is like their front wheels are right on the curb, sort of thing. Now, I don't know if that's what you're supposed to do or not. I don't drive myself, so I don't have a clue what the fucking highway code says. But I'm sure the highway code also says, like, don't be a dick or whatever. I'm pretty sure that's the first rule, actually. No one pays attention to it, like, but whatever. I have noticed I've been doing a lot of just sort of floating around and doing nothing. I'm sort of at a bit of a crossroads with this. I thought I'd have a bit more inspiration at this point to actually do something. I suppose I could do the cuttings here and fix these. Yeah, let's do that, shall we? So we use 3 things for these. We've got mangrove wood, and then we've got these mangrove planks. We're also going to use some plank shavings, and then we'll just scatter them in evenly. And the way to do this would be to, first of all, make sure the whole wall's actually filled in before we get going. I hate terraforming with the world shaper in these biomes, because the mud, it's not a full height block. If you're lucky, press S3. I'm not at block 120, I'm on block 119.875. And what it means is, if you're like clearing a layer of the mud, it ends up clearing like way more than you think it will. Even when you think surely it's not going to do something stupid here, it will do something stupid. And it winds me up. One of my favourite bits of road rage was when I was on the bus home and I see outside this car nearly knocked this guy off a bike, and the cyclist shouts at the top of his lungs, "Read that like where he goes." Although it's the fucking most aggressive cyclist. I don't get this sort of, I know there's a bit of a sort of thing online about cyclists or whatever. I genuinely don't get it. It is that sort of fucking, I don't cycle myself. It's a bit like that thing where you sort of think like, I think it with like veganism and stuff. I'm not vegan. I'm not even vegetarian. But like, if I'm online and I see an argument between a vegan and a meat eater or whatever, like, I'm gonna take the vegan side. I know that sounds really fucking stupid, but they generally have better fucking arguments. And they've also got the moral argument as well, I think. It's the same thing with cyclists. Do you know what I mean? Cyclists are pricks. Yeah, but fucking motorists, Nerdmo, are... Do you know what I think? When I think of motorist, do you know who comes to mind immediately? My pair of headphones. It's not Jeremy Clarkson. Oh, what have I managed to do here? There you go. It's not Jeremy Clarkson. It's Ronnie Pickering. That's who I think. When I think of motorists, I think Ronnie Pickering. They run the place just because they made some ethical life choices. I mean, yeah, but it's almost like that thing. It's the same with vegans, where it's like, yeah, you can be a little bit insufferable, but I think you've sort of slightly earned that right, because you're actually sort of doing something. You're doing something that's actually, you know, fair enough. You're doing something that's quite good. There's a difference though, because here the cyclists, like, most cyclists are fine here, but you get the cyclists that are like the ones that are on these sort of like like you sort of delivery cyclists, but that's a different beast altogether. I'm not talking about those. They're the ones that sort of go around on those like electric bikes. Fucking way too fast in Leeds City Centre. I almost fucking got fucking obliterated by one a few weeks back. On Albion, it was someone coming down Albion Street, which is a fairly steep hill. Full fucking pelt, and then just veered, turned left immediately without even looking, full speed, veered onto Ball Lane, which is not pedestrianised. He was on a pedestrianised bit before. Albion Street's pedestrianised. He went down the pedestrianised bit and just immediately, without even fucking looking, just went straight onto Ball Lane. I'm a fucking idiot. You got a fucking pizza to deliver. At 10:30 in the morning. Like Roddy Pickering. Yeah. Too fucking right. How have I done this then? Okay, that's fine. To be fair, living in a city that makes an effort to accommodate cyclists does help. Leeds is getting better at that. Leeds has always been a bit sort of, I don't want to say hostile, is maybe not the right word, but a bit sort of with motorists at least. Leeds City Centre is just undrivable, but it's less like council decisions, although it sort of is getting to that point now because they're sort of making more areas pedestrianised, which is a good thing, by the way. Don't make this sound like I'm moaning or anything like that, but it's like the ring road and stuff. It's just hell. It's hell to be a passenger in there, let alone drive it. But yeah, they've been good for putting new properly segregate lanes in Manchester, and there's 4 types of users. 1 like Carreras who will take it a bit too seriously. 2 normal folks who just want to go from A to B at a normal pace. C, folks who jump through red lights at any given opportunity. And D, delivery, etc. who will fly anywhere on e-bikes with little regard. Yeah. Yeah, but mostly in Leeds, it's D, I find. It's because it's a big student city, isn't it? Loads of people use Deliveroo and that sort of thing. So, that's fine. I'm not sure how I feel about doing this, but that's fine. I'll survive. Shit. Also depends where you go in Leeds. I'm thinking sort of city centre going down to sort of your uni areas, your city centre going down to like Headingley and that sort of place. Where I'm most familiar. If you're sort of going south of the river, it's a different story. That is very much just like cars just fuck about there. There are cycle lanes there though, but like no, I've never seen anyone use one. I rode home on the rentable bikes today, 10-15 minute ride depending on which route it takes. So I said I'd quite like to do that. How much do they cost? Is it like a monthly subscription? I genuinely, I used to cycle when I was a kid. I used to cycle on like roads and stuff, like properly. Up until the age of maybe about 12. I wouldn't fucking dare do it now. I don't trust anyone else. I don't trust anyone else on the road at all. Ooh. Well, I'll tell you what, we've done that top bit. Let's actually start changing all of this to brick. So it does mean we're going to have to do this and then do surface replace, but not ignore material borders. Otherwise, it's going to replace all the ones we've just put down, which is, I've done this in a bit of a wrong order, but it's fine. It's fine. There's a minutes package you can buy. I tend to just pay as I go. A little bit pricey. 50p to unlock them, 5p per minute. So a 10-minute ride is £1. That's not bad at all. That's really good, actually. I don't think that's that bad at all. Would be nice if it was a bit. It would be nice if it was just free, like, but yeah. Are you back home now, Aiden? Because if I'm sort of outing you here, I'm sorry. You've been on holiday though, haven't you? I've been keeping up on your Instagram stories. You back home now? Right, we're gonna do a 25% roll here then. Do that. Gets me from home to the office quicker than the bus, but at half the price. Yeah, and you get a little bit of exercise and stuff done as well, which is always nice. As long as it's not too it's too much to do. My old English teacher used to cycle from into Headingley. Or it was West Park. Used to cycle in from Skipton every day and cycle there and back from Skipton. And you'll know where that is, Aiden, I think. That is ridiculous. There we go. A nice bit of texturing then. Just in Manchester now, I was away in the past week on a Swiss adventure. Loved it. Whereabouts in Switzerland were you going? I saw you at some of the Euros games. Did I say Benton Park? No, not Benton Park. West Park. Where's Benton Park? Am I thinking of? Is that in Rawdon? It was not no Benton Park. I know Benton Park. I go past that on the 34. Not Benton Park, no, West Park. Sort of Adel, between Headingley and Adel, sort of way. Either way, I mean, either way, the difference between there is like a couple of miles. The point is, he was coming from Skipton, which is a long, long way away. Cycles down every day. Or cycled, at least he left. He left when I left. It's been all my favourite teachers, and all the teachers, a lot of the teachers that I had when I was sort of at high school and sixth form left when I left. It was a bit like a big season finale thing when we left. It's probably like a completely different school now. Like a season finale to Waterloo Road. If that's a cultural reference that is still understood in the year of our Lord 2025. I don't know if it's still going. They probably brought it back, haven't they? Dire Straits. A status quo, as Nerdmo would call them. 3 nights in Zurich, 2 in Bern, then had a day trip to Lucerne. Among Bern and Lucerne, gorgeous places. Zurich, okay. A bit more concrete, away from the old time, but charming enough. I'll stick a photo in the Discord of my view at the Lucerne Stadium. Oh, please do, mate, yeah. Absolutely. I've been to Switzerland a few times, but I've never been to those sorts of... Oh, it's a bit of a weird sort of decline, this, isn't it? I've never been to those sorts of places in... in Switzerland. I've always been in sort of the more kind of rural places. I suppose we've just got to do this all the way down then, like that. I don't stream often on an evening. I quite like it. It's a little bit of a different sort of. It feels like it's like a weekend. It feels like it's just a different vibe. I don't, if you've never streamed before, I genuinely don't know how to explain it to you, but it just feels different streaming now than it does. Like the whole. Oh shit! That entire thing is fucking different, and I prefer that one as well. Oh, you bastard! Late night Cal hits different. I'm really fucking warm. Which is why I can't come on for too long, because I haven't got enough time to cool my room down at the end. Probably another 10 minutes, folks. Probably another 10 minutes. I've got to redo this now. I don't have to redo it. I can probably do this, actually, and get away with it. Fingers crossed. Yeah, you take a walk. We should do like a parody of this. It's like take a walk. And it's not walk of life, it's stir fry or something like that. Someone could do something with that. That's gotta be Weird Al be all over that. Walk of life. And he's on about it's just like he's just singing like a recipe for a stir fry. There's something there, folks. I don't know. It's a nice change of pace after an office day, but also works well as a lurk during the day. It works nicely either way. Yeah, I do prefer streaming during the day, but like I said, I was gonna stream earlier, and I was just sort of like I wasn't feeling it, and then my headphones turned up, so I was like, oh, maybe it's a sign to test them out. I think I've got a thing coming tomorrow anyway. I've got this Bluetooth dongle for it that I've had to pay extra for, so it does apparently it reduces the latency though. I'm wired at the moment. But if you're wireless, there's too much of a latency when I'm running everything through Wavelink, unfortunately. Which is what it is, I suppose. It's just the nature of fucking Bluetooth shit, isn't it? Shit, didn't mean to do that, did I? But like I said, I'll get used to it. Whatever. Miss Allergic, hello, welcome into you. How's it going? Welcome in. I said today I was going to do the train station, and I've really not done the train station at all today. In fact, I've done everything but the train station. But whatever, I'm getting stuff done, and that's what matters. I mean, doesn't even really matter in this actually, because the only reason that I'm streaming today is so I can sort these headphones out and make sure they're all working properly, which I'll get the hang of it. I think I'm used to hearing myself now with the active cancelling and that sort of thing. If I've got it on transparent, it's actually fine. I think I am used to it now. It was just different. It's different compared to when I'm... I just wish they'd make the app on PC, so I don't have to connect it to my phone. You have to download. I downloaded something called Smart Control. Sennheiser Smart Control, because it's like a control panel for your headphones. You can muck about with the settings and all that sort of thing. So anyway, I've downloaded it and then I've plugged these headphones in, and it goes, oh no, you can actually get this app called Smart Control Plus, which is meant for your headphones. So I've had to download the second app for it. Thankfully, you don't have to keep both of them. Jesus. You don't have to keep both of them, but see, even so, it is a little bit sort of... I'll get used to it. I've said it before, I'm just averse to technology, generally speaking. Just, I don't like change. I like wires. I really like wires, folks. It's just... Do you know that sort of meme that goes about, and it's like that cat, and it says like... or wireless something. Look inside. Full of wires. I don't know why I said that. I'm just saying that just so you all sort of know that I'm on the internet a little bit, if you didn't already. Don't know what I'm talking about. I do like using the World Shaper to do this 25% thing. It's very satisfying. We'll just put a few more in here in this little bit that I missed out. Oh yeah, just a little bit. The thing is, if you do the same texture for the same block for all of it, it just looks too much. If you do this, you see it's got that nice texture to it without it looking too different, without it looking too jarring. Because I know a lot of blocks and stuff, like there'll be blocks where people use them and it's like they use just like similar color blocks, and it's like these aren't even similar color, they're basically the same thing, it's just one slightly sort of shorter. They have a different color a little bit, but not like massively, so you don't look at them closely enough to sort of go, oh yeah, they're two different blocks then. I'm still live, shocking. I know, I am going to wrap up in about 5 minutes, folks, I think. I'll be on, I might come on at the end of the week on Thursday or Friday for a bit. Hopefully I'll have my headphones and stuff sorted by then. I'll come on and do a bit of something or other, I'm not sure. Mate of mine's might write into its cables and wires and that, which sounds like the setup for a joke. It does. It does. What's his name? Is it Larry the cable guy doesn't. Never mind, folks. Let's leave that. I'm gonna change this bit. Because I think I prefer it being straight along like that. Actually, I do prefer that. The thing is, if I'm using the mangrove logs here, having the mangrove wood nearby is annoying me a bit. So what I'll do is I'll get rid of these trees, but I'll put them back if I need to at the end. I think that's the best thing to do. Sophie, what did you get for your birthday? Before we go, folks, it is Sophie's birthday. What did you get for your birthday? Let's talk about Sophie's birthday a bit, because she did mention yesterday that it is her birthday today, and she did mention last week that it was her birthday this week. So she obviously wants us to talk about it. So I'll bite, as they say. What did you get for your birthday, Sophie? Looking nice. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. I still need to do this one. And then the diagonal bit, but that's a bit of a faff. But it's getting there. I do like this bit. So this is sort of like the high-speed line. You come down here and it's got like a nice wide corner to it. Whereas this one, you're coming in, it's like the little sort of stopper train. Tighter corner, but then you come into this little station here. And this will be like the sort of station house almost. I don't know what I'm going to do in it yet. If I'm just going to have people living in it or not. It doesn't really work for that because that's open. So I might make it, I might convert it into a little cafe or something like that. But we'll put some stuff out here. I don't quite know what. Maybe I was going to maybe say a Pokemon Battleground, but we've already got the Pokemon Battleground over here that I did, which I'm going to show again because I'm really proud of it. I think it looks really lovely. Look at that. Look at that. That's nice, that, isn't it? You got a bit spoiled, Sophie. What did you get spoiled with? What'd you get spoiled with, though? That is it. Thanks, no. I'm quite proud of that. It's quite nice. And under here, this is actually a copycat. It's a copycat box. And so the top of it's mud, but then the sides of it are actually verdant frog lights. So it does light up. In fact, if I clear my effects, you can see it's genuinely quite sort of nice and a little bit moody. You got a couple of sort of little street lamps there, but other than that, it's quite dark. I'm quite proud of it. Some lights on these stairs up here. So we're going to have a little bit of dialogue for Sky. She'll be talking about the mountain range and stuff. We've not got a name for the mountain range, though, so I might have to come up with one. I've got a little train spotter down here called Grizzly, who's going to be... I'm going to give him a camera, and he'll be looking at some trains and stuff. And then we've got someone in the Pokemon Center. You just have a chat about whatever. And then we've got a couple of sort of like people in this area. But then what we're going to do is... And I might do this on stream at some point, is up here. We're basically going to have a hiking trail that I'm going to draw out. And it's going to go up here. I don't know where it's going to end up, though, is the thing. But it'll come up here. And it'll muck about up here. And along the trail, I'll have hikers that you can battle with. Because it's Cobblemon, isn't it? So that'll be good, I think. I'll set up some teams for them and all that sort of thing. Nice game of bowls, yeah. Pétanque, whatever you call it. French ball chucking. I don't have a clue, mate. I wouldn't know, would I? Some highlights for Pokemon Legends Arceus and a cute little hedgehog couple Lego set for my girlfriend and I to build. Oh, that's lovely, Sophie. I've heard good things about Legends Arceus. I hope you enjoy it. I've heard very good things about it. Freezer burn pigs. Yeah, well, I mean, it's a huge... It's a one hell of a... an ask, because the mountain range literally goes all the way across the map, all the way down here. So it is a lot. It's a big ask to name that, but I'll do it. Look what I saw here, folks. It's a full ship, a floating ship. But it's just generated like that in the air perfectly. That's good, isn't it? Hiya, Knights. Welcome in. How's it going? I do need night vision again. Just a lovely little fully generated abandoned ship. Bit weird. I might do something with it. I don't know what. I mean, there's nothing useful in it. I did check the chests. There's a bit of paper and stuff if you're into that. But yeah. Grant just got back from therapy. Got some rancheros. Oh, very nice, mate. The shop around the corner from me has started selling tackies. if anyone's heard of those. I might have to get some at some point. I don't know. Maybe not my sort of thing. There's a chest down here that I've not opened. Oh, it's just got feathers and papers and stuff in it. But yeah, just a fully floating ship. Oh, it's all the way down here though, so no wonder no one's seen it yet. But yeah, there we go. I've not really done a lot today, folks, but I've got used to my headphones while I'm talking, which is good. I just have to have the active noise cancellation on 100% transparent, and then I'm fine, which does suck up a bit more power, unfortunately. But these have a 60-hour battery life, which is meant to be quite good. But I assume that's if you're not got all the fucking fancy settings and stuff on, which I kind of do at the moment, so it is what it is. Folks, I've got to end. I need to cool my room down. I also need to get this VOD up on YouTube before I go to bed, which is also going to boil my PC. So we'll leave it there. I got some Sennheiser Momentum 4s nights. Sennheiser Momentum 4s. I did get the Pride Edition. They were the same price, and they've got a nice white headband, which the normal white ones don't. The white ones have got a grey headband, which I didn't like. But they're very understated, which I quite like. They've got a little rainbow there, which I think's quite nice. And also the case is lovely. The case has a little rainbow on it as well. And inside it is all the sort of your wires and cables and instruction manuals. But I was saying earlier, you can't really see that side of it because for some reason it's doing that. But when you put your headphones inside the case, your headphones turn off automatically. It knows it's in the case. It's quite smart. I think there's a little magnet in there or something, and it just knows to turn off. Genuinely quite smart. But the latency's a bit of a problem, Knights. So I've got it wired into my headphones at the moment because the latency on Bluetooth's a bit of a problem. But I've bought a Bluetooth dongle for a Sennheiser Bluetooth dongle that you plug into your PC, so it connects to the dongle instead of your PC's Bluetooth. And it can use. It's got all the latest sort of low latency, high definition features and that sort of thing. It's only 28 quid it was. So that'll turn up tomorrow. So hopefully tomorrow it'll all be sort of fully sorted out. Did I do the thing where I go listen to your favourite songs? See what it's like? Yeah, I did, yeah. They are very bassy, these, compared to the other ones, which is interesting because I thought the other ones were quite bassy. But these ones are very bassy, which I quite like. They're not too fatiguing to wear either. They're heavier than these ones. They're a lot heavier. But they're nice. I didn't like this ear. The whole side of it is like a touch button thing, and different gestures do different things. I turned that off. I didn't like that. I don't need it. I don't need to tap my ear to pause the music and that sort of thing. I'll end up doing it accidentally more often than not. But yeah. Remember doing that thing with Kylie's Can't Get You Out of My Head, and there were so many little musical flourishes I never heard before. Yeah. I think these headphones are just as good, but like I think these ones are better. You can tell they're better. You can tell they're made better. But I don't think there was anything where I was sort of like, oh, you know, oh, I've not heard that in this song before or whatever. Folks, I'm going to wrap up now. Thank you all for being here. Space Kid, thank you for the follow earlier on. Do appreciate that. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll be on at some point later in the week, probably Thursday or Friday in the morning at some point, maybe midday. Thank you for. Let's go raid Adam, who I've never raided before, I don't think, who's playing Pokemon Colosseum. So if you like your Pokemon, please go follow Adam, friend of the stream. Adam's been in here quite often. You'll all know Adam. If you're a regular, that is. Oh, it's two with me. Hello. Have a lovely evening, folks, and a lovely day tomorrow. I won't be about tomorrow. I'm out. But yeah, maybe Thursday or Friday. Let's go on a raid, folks. This channel has follower or subscriber only chat. It is follower only chat, folks, but please do follow Adam. I know there's a bit of a sort of thing where people have a bit of a fucking hesitation about follower only chats, but I had follower only chat on for a long time. So you can take your everyone's welcome snobbery elsewhere. Literally, you take it to Adam's and then follow. Thank you everyone for being here. Take care. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Bye.